SCRIBES on all platforms. Let's go.
Yo, so I got a question, right?
What's good?
Recently, Nip's ex, rest in peace to Nip, Lauren London.
I was about to say, ex? You mean Laura London?
I'm
or
saying,
somebody else?
yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean. My bad. But she said always for Nip, right? So my question is,
Yeah.
do we expect her to like still hold on to, the past? Like we as fans, do we expect that?
No, I mean,
I feel like that's not fair because she is going through her own grieving process. That was like her life partner.
Yeah.
So if she feels like she does not want to move on in like a partnership standpoint, then that's on, that's on her. And that's whatever good for her and her life journey.
Yeah.
That's what us as her fans should be able to support.
yeah, at the end of the day, she's human at the end of the day. I know Nipsey was a larger-than-life superstar, right? He's gone way too soon, and she was kind of an extension of him, in a sense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she has to live her life. She has to move on.
That's it. Now, do you think when it comes to our culture, right? Why do you think we don't respect like the older artists?
Older artists?
Yeah, older artists. Like, with the other genres like rock and things like that, they kind of respect the older artists. Country. With us, it's like, are you too old to keep on rapping? You too old to do this? Why is age like a factor in our culture?
I feel like, yeah, sure, that has been a staple since hip-hop's inception.
Yeah.
But I feel like that tide is changing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, people still champion Black Thought. Like, Jay-Z is still a staple in the culture. Jay-Z is, 50-something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, people respect Master P. Killer Mike just got a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Mike just got a Grammy. So, yeah, so that tide is changing a little bit.
Yeah.
We got rappers getting on after 30. So,
What do you think changed it? You think COVID changed it? I feel like it changed a lot, man. Because remember the versus battles and all that,
yeah.
and it kind of changed everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like now the older fan bases, they're still like they still have life. Like the older artists still have life. They still have fan bases that are willing to actually go out and purchase music, go buy tickets to concerts, buy merchandise, that type of thing.
Yeah, which brings me to the question we were talking about earlier. Like, do you feel like music is coming full circle? Do you feel it's going back to where it originated? You know what I'm saying? You're getting that 90s feeling back?
I mean, I feel like in all genres, it kind of goes through a cycle.
Yeah.
You kind of do like that 20-if cycle all over again. Just like how hip-hop has changed in the early 2000s because of MySpace. Now that we have different platforms of social media in a broader spectrum, it's kind of like we are elevating ourselves to get into a higher point, but still using elements of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, so I think it's more so that everybody, like, hip-hop is more expansive now.
Yeah.
Music is more expansive now. There are different subgenres. There are different genres in general.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like emo rap, you can specifically go look for that.
Yeah.
If you like, old school gangster rap, you can specifically look for that. If you are able to carve out a niche, you're able to be marketable and gain your fans in your niche.
Yeah, I think that's what's good about the streaming and like digital platforms. Because now you can just go find it, like you said. You can just search it and find it. Before you had to go physically buy the CD or the record. Might feel embarrassed. I'm saying, if you go to the record store, you might feel embarrassed. I don't know, like you picking out a Prince album with your boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But now everything's the way you want to do it, right off of the phone.
Quick question. Why do we feel embarrassed to listen to or pick out songs that are outside of like the typical genres that Black people kind of follow through?
Like me personally, I don't feel embarrassed.
Well,
but,
I mean, like, not
I know,
now because
a lot of
we're
people
all
do.
like 30-something, but like, I meant like back in our peak days of us really discovering music and other genres, we were like in our late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, I'm not talking about everybody, but like more often than not, if you want to listen to like an alternative song or like a country song or a pop song, y'all not going to pass the aux to like play that shit in the car when you 8 niggas deep. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You playing Justin Bieber when you niggas in the car? When we rolling out to the function or... I'm just saying, but we still listen to it.
Yeah, of course.
In the comfort of our own home.
Yeah, you know the words.
So, you know.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I have had like, especially like when I in my early to mid 20s, I have had like those times where I'm listening to like a rock song or a country song, and then I get back to the hood and I turn that shit down.
Like she said, like what is it?
I don't want to get the dirty looks in the car. Like, hey, what is?
Yeah.
What these niggas do?
And I don't even know. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know what to call it.
I guess it's just not more kind of, I don't want to say accepted, but it's just, yeah, I really don't know, man. Because growing up, it would be that way. Like, oh, that's some white boy shit.
But why it gotta be white boy shit when other black people are doing it too?
Yeah, I know. But you know how it was growing up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what we can do is at least learn from our mistakes and do better by the next generation.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's probably the same way in other communities, though. Because I know they had a video of Taylor Swift, like, rapping back in the day, which...
Bro, first of all, wasn't Taylor Swift doing the freaking... I don't even call it swag surf. I think it was, Roded Rapids or something like that.
I don't even know. I don't know what she's doing.
They was calling it that. But, yeah, they was definitely doing a gentrified swag surf.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Certain songs appeal to a broader audience.
So I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk about this TikTok ban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This TikTok ban. What are your thoughts?
So what's the whole premise behind it?
I can go into like a little bit of detail because I have a little prompt pulled up. So basically the ban is... The U.S. is basically trying to ban TikTok from the U.S. market, and the only way U.S. will allow TikTok to remain is by ByteDance, which is a company that owns TikTok, to sell basically the company within a 6-month time frame, which I highly doubt that will happen because of all the money that we could make. The proposed bill will be allowed on TikTok to be stayed on the market as long as they sell within the 6 months, but we already know that ain't gonna happen. It was a landslide between the U.S. House, so a total of 352 votes to 65 votes, and only 1 vote is present. So basically, everybody over the age of 65 voted no. That's what's happening. But now it's going forward to the Senate. And I'm looking into news articles and I'm seeing that, I hate saying the word Sleepy Joe, but our old man Joe is basically saying, if it's on my desk, I'm passing it. So we're basically putting all of our luck onto the Senate and it's kind of looking bleak for us. Basically, do you feel like this is a violation of our First Amendment rights?
In a way it is, in a way it's not, right? Because a lot of people, they've never been freer than they are on TikTok, right? They're able to take their lives into their own hands. They're able to create brands. They're able to take their brands to a different level. So it does create a sense of freedom, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a private company, right?
Yeah.
So we're not necessarily obligated, like, it's not necessarily a right to have this app.
Understandable, but the stats show that if you ban TikTok, this will affect about 5 million U.S. businesses and roughly 170 million Americans that use this app. So that means all the UGC creators that are making basically your modern day QVC channel. That's basically kind of what it is. That's how I explained my grandmother what TikTok is. That's how I did it.
Modern
To
day
the older.
QVC.
But it's true. Like, how am I getting advertised freaking mop spin heads and I'm compelled to buy the shit? what the hell?
Yeah.
But that's how marketing is. So, it's an ever-flowing economy. Our economy has kind of went up due to this after, especially during COVID. So kind of abruptly stopping that, I feel like this is a bigger plan than what is just with, in front of us.
Yeah.
I feel like they're banning it just so more people that are entrepreneurs are going to go back into the 9-to-5 because a lot of people are leaving in droves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the crazy part, though. You got a lot of companies that are firing these employees and hiring migrants now.
I have a conspiracy theory.
What's that?
Go for it. What's this?
Okay, so I feel like
Put your tinfoil hat on.
tinfoil hat on. So basically, I feel like the more people that they fire, the more people that are becoming homeless. And you know that in different states, it's kind of basically illegal to be homeless. And the prison pipeline is becoming very, very short. And prison is basically modern day slavery, right? Without really paying people. So why pay people what they're worth when we can throw them in jail and do the same shit they're doing for free?
Damn.
Imagine Amazon being run by prisoners.
Yo,
in the warehouse.
That's a crazy spin.
I'm just saying.
Yo,
That's crazy.
I
I'm
didn't even
just
think of
saying.
nothing like that. Yo, that's crazy. But it's kind of realistic. Like, it could happen.
I'm gonna take my tinfoil hat off, but I'm just saying.
Keep it on. Keep it on. Cause yo, that's something I never even thought about. I never considered that.
It's nuts. It's really nuts to think of the way like this vote was in some ways unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
When our Congress has never been unanimous about anything of importance.
Not homelessness, not
homelessness,
universal
not
health care,
universal
not
healthcare.
education,
Yeah.
not the gun crisis,
Not student loan debt crisis.
not debt crisis, not nothing.
They have literally halted the government. Like they've halted, what was it? When the debt ceiling got too high, they shut down the government. There was a literal government shutdown
Yeah.
because Congress couldn't figure out what the fuck it wanted to do. But TikTok, this got to go up to date. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, we as a country do have the funds to really eliminate at least two major crises in our country that's happening right now. It takes, I want to say, what? $16 to $18 million to end homelessness. We have 1 million or 2 million people that are homeless right now, and we have
Shout out to Vaughn Green. Vaughn Green agrees with you. Shout out to his podcast, Green Seeds. He's like, you're onto something. It's something that they're not telling us.
There's something that's not being told.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of vacant homes. There are more vacant homes than are homeless people. And why is there still a homeless crisis? Because of the housing crisis. There are literally 44% of hedge funds that are buying single family homes. It will be very soon that we might not be able to see that quote unquote American dream that our parents were basically beating in our forehead about.
A lot of people aren't able. Like, a lot of people will never see it. And I just saw a TikTok where homegirl was just like, "Yo, I'm not about to forego the simple pleasures of life just so I can hope to achieve this American dream
Yeah.
that I may never get to. Like, I'm not gonna stop going out to dinner. I'm not gonna stop buying avocado toast. I'm not gonna stop these things because we hurting right now, and just the simple little pleasures that makes life bearable.
Yeah.
The fact that I'll never be able to afford a house, the fact that student loan debt is kicking my ass, all this shit makes it bearable.
Which brings me to this video right here, right? Listen to this, man.
Afford rent. I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A car. I don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on vacations, and I don't spend a lot. Rent's increased from $1,300 to $1,800. The food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable. I just really need to catch a break right now. I'm trying.
And that's so unfortunate, but that's a lot of
That's a lot of people.
people.
Yeah.
That is a lot of people.
But what are they doing? They're giving houses to the
They're
migrants.
giving houses to they're giving debit cards loaded with money to migrants.
And what did we speak on the other week? An agenda.
Yeah.
There's got to be one.
It's got like something
That's
that
an
added up.
agenda I could agree upon.
Okay,
Okay, because I could see it. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely an agenda, man. Definitely an agenda. I don't know what it is, but it's getting kind of scary out here.
Okay, now since we're talking about bans, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Pornhub ban. I don't know if y'all heard about the Pornhub ban.
I never heard about that.
this is the new.
So it's not technically a ban, right? So I'm gonna
It's a restriction?
yeah, it's a restriction.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now.
Damn, Pornhub ban.
Pornhub
It's
ban.
getting bad, people. Oh my God, no.
Yeah, but
The
you know what's
OG,
crazy?
Triple OG.
But it's crazy because, like, all right, so they're banning a lot of stuff that, I mean, regardless of whether, you watch it or not. But, I mean, TikTok, Pornhub, what's next, man? This is how people get an income. You know what I mean? Especially after COVID.
So Pornhub suspends site in Texas due to stage 8 verification laws, right?
Yeah.
Legal experts say a Fifth Circuit decision to uphold the part of Texas law regulating adult entertainment websites conflict with the United States Supreme Court proceedings regarding minors' access to get that out of here obscene material online. So I read it a little bit, so you don't have to. Long story short,
Yeah.
So you won't be able to go to adult websites in Texas without uploading a government-issued ID to verify your age.
Okay, that's not bad.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I'm not necessarily behind. I'm not necessarily against it.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily against it, but it is a little bit weird because how many people are willing to upload their government website every time they want to go watch porn?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to show our ID every time we show up to a bar. I mean, depending on how you look, but still.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. I thought at first that they were banning it altogether.
No, it's not. It's not an outright ban, but you gotta upload your government ID.
Solo was about to get real upset about his lesbian porn.
Nah, man.
About to go out
I
strike.
don't be on it like that, yo. I'm just like, yo, it's kind of crazy. But now that he explained it, it's not really all that bad, man. Upload your ID. Unless you got something to hide.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You got something to hide, then, yeah, it might be an issue.
Yeah. It's like what? Like what else do we? I mean, of course, there's a major mistrust of government now. But my thing is, what else would they be using our ID for?
Yeah. I mean, that goes along with everybody.
That has to scan our ID for any other transaction.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad, man. But shout out to Vibes Cartel. He about to get out.
Vibes.
About
I
to
mean-
book my flight right now.
Yeah, it says Vibes Cartel and 3 others were convicted of a 2011 killing of an associate named Clive Lizard, which they never found a body. But Lizard Williams, the star was sentenced to 32 years in prison for the crime. The trial was allowed to continue, even though it was revealed that one of the jurors had attempted to bribe the other jurors by offering 500,000 Jamaican dollars, which equals $3,200 US, to acquit the defendant. The juror, however, was allowed to remain on the jury.
Damn.
So he's getting out, man.
You know.
That leads to another question. Skin bleaching.
Oh Lord.
You know he bleached his skin.
Yeah.
Have you seen the old Vibes Cartel?
And first of all, because of course I'm a fan of dancehall and Caribbean music.
Yeah.
I seen old pictures of a lot of different artists. Shoot, Spice don't look the same, and Vibes Cartel doesn't look the
Spice
same.
looks wild.
I mean, body wise, but facially, I feel like she's the same.
True. Yeah.
To give her, I'm gonna give my queen some grace, okay? We ain't gonna disrespect the queen, but yeah, skin bleaching, kind of wild, and a part of the freaking beige community. Dude, like, have you really been light skinned outside of the heat? It's brutal. Like, you need a whole tube of sunscreen to not turn into Larry the fucking lobster from SpongeBob. Like,
I mean, it's crazy though. Like, why do you think people do that, man? Because Sammy Sosa did it.
I mean, white
There's
supremacy is
there's
always
even,
leading to that.
There's even photos. I don't know how true it is of like the Beyonce comparison to where she was rounder before. Now she's super duper light.
Yeah, I say bleach, man.
I say lighting for Beyonce, but with Vibes Cartel, it's very much apparent because it's not even like a natural light. It's more, when people bleach, it's more of a like a gray tint.
Yeah, you look
and
dead.
And you can see like
Yeah.
the original lip color, like the ears sometimes, the knuckles. It's, you know,
And it's
I
like
mean, hey.
the up here don't be matching with the face, and like the chest don't be matching with nothing else. Like crazy.
That's why Mike wore gloves.
Yeah.
Well, he had vitiligo.
Nah, man. She could see. He
Oh, wait,
didn't
hold
want
on.
you to see them black ass hands.
Because that's a part of vitiligo.
I was listening to
That's a part of the disease.
Did he really have it?
Yes.
Because I know
don't
people
know,
with
man.
vitiligo. You got the
Yeah,
spots.
No, but I do have a friend that has vitiligo, and she's fully white, like Michael Jackson. Like, it took a very long time, but besides probably like this particular part, if you see her Instagram,
She was born dark.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. All right,
She was your
Mike.
skin color before it started changing. Yeah.
All right,
I was
Mike.
just-
Yeah, that's why I'm like, hold on.
My bad,
before
Mike.
let's not just
Still the king of pop. Still the king of pop.
crazy. I was just watching the Vince Staples Breakfast Club interview. He's like, "Yo, why did Mike have that goddamn wig on? Like those
Oh,
are
it's the
wigs.
wig.
That was the wigs.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't his natural hair. And I didn't even think about that because I was so mesmerized by his talent and how amazing.
I thought he did a hell of a straightening job. I didn't know he was wearing wigs like that.
But I feel like my personal theory is, and I may be wrong because at the end of the day, I can't speak upon somebody that is deceased.
Yeah.
But I heard, although he has said in many interviews that he's a proud black man and he's very proud of his blackness.
Yeah.
He did certain cosmetic surgeries and started straightening his hair just so he could look less like his father. Because in the beginning, he looked a lot like Joe.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I don't believe those kids are his. That's one of the reasons why I never believe those kids are his.
I mean, didn't they confirm that that they're not really?
No.
That
They
part,
never
I
confirmed
don't
it.
know. I honestly don't know.
Paris Jackson is on. Paris Jackson said she's a black woman.
All right, now she wilding.
Yeah, she said she's a black woman. Like
She wilding.
on record. She's on record saying she's a black woman. But I'm just like, yo, Joe Jackson's genes are strong as fuck. Like everybody looks like Joe. Like all the other relatives, all the other brothers' kids look like Joe.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
you're
got
right.
the nose like Joe. They got the skin like Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like Joe except these two.
I think that's why Mike was so stuck on like fixing his nose. I know. I don't know if he said something in the past or somebody else said it, but I guess growing up they said he had like a bell pepper nose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he
I think it was an accident beforehand, and then he just, just like with any other thing with cosmetic surgery, sometimes people need a fix, and then fix, and then after a while, you can't fix no more.
Do you think he originally got surgery because of an accident?
I personally believe so, off of the fact that he was just, if you really pay attention to his interviews, he was just so very like vindicated on like his blackness and how black he is, and how he does not like being depicted by white people in media, especially with his skin condition. He even said on interviews that he has vitiligo, and he doesn't appreciate other white men playing him in biopics, even though they still do so. So that's the thing about him.
I mean, when I was a kid, not necessarily a kid. When I was when I was in college, a lot of like the friends I had in college would like say little snide jokes about how dark I was, right?
Yeah.
I always got jokes about the nose. I always got pretty much jokes about all my like insecurities. So when I was a kid, I really thought about I thought about like bleaching my skin. I thought about like getting a nose job to like make my nose smaller. But as I got older and I got more mature, I'm just like, yo, regardless of what I do to myself, when I have kids, they're going to have my features.
Yeah, you're right about that.
This my grandma got this nose, my mom got this nose. They're going to have my features.
So what did they say about your nose?
I mean, it's in the. We said it before.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
first of
answer.
all, you wild. First of all,
I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody peeped that. That was rude as hell.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do that.
first of all, you wild. Yeah.
Nah, I'm like, what they say?
Nah,
What they say about your nose? So, that was rude.
First of all,
Like,
it's already on record. I ain't about to repeat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yo, once I have kids, they're gonna have these features.
Yeah.
And what do I tell them when they have their insecurities? Like,
Yeah,
am I
that's
just gonna
true.
be like, oh damn, yo, nah, we just fucked up. You just gonna have to like, nah. I can't tell that to my kids.
Yeah.
Nah, we just fucked up out here. Like,
yo, chill. Like,
I can't say that. So I gotta learn to love myself.
Yeah.
So that in turn, when they're having insecurities, when my kids are having insecurities, they can learn to love themselves.
Yeah, that's important, man.
And that's something I'm not sure if Michael Jackson had.
Yeah, and they don't talk about that enough in the community, man. Like mental health. Like, how important do you think mental health is in our community? Because they don't really talk about it at all.
I mean, I feel like in the past, we as a people have dealt with trauma in many different ways, and it's not always the best ways, but we did what we can to survive, because who had psychiatrists back during the civil rights movement and before that?
Hey, even if you were if you below a certain income bracket, you can't afford a psychiatrist, you can't afford a therapist.
I mean, is it part of insurance?
I don't know. Like I feel
Certain
like
insurances,
like
but
insurance
it's very
is just
limited.
open to that now. Like mental health is a new wave.
Yeah.
Like mental health, mental wellness, like that's new. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I know they had a lot of things growing up. The Boys and Girls Club. I don't even know if that's around anymore.
It is.
Yeah,
The
Boys and
little
Girls Club,
YMCA.
Yeah, it's still there?
yeah,
Yeah, the Y. I still see that around.
Young Men's Christian Academy.
Speaking of, that actually reminded me of something of what you said about basically skin color and sometimes a privilege. I found out this book called Our Kind of People, and it's basically a little glimpse of back in the day of Black elitism and all the people that were a part of this program called Jack and Jill,
Yeah.
which is basically like a very elitist version of, the Boys and Girls Club. Basically networking with other celebrities, other politicians that so happen to be Black. And sometimes they derived from the Creole culture and light skin culture, and deriving from, the paper bag tests and things of that nature. So it's a very good read on how white supremacy kind of warped our own imagery in Black America and how we segregated ourselves within our own class.
Yeah.
It's an eye-opening thing.
And what's it called again?
Our kind of people.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switching gears for a moment, Uber, the company Uber, is leaving Minnesota. Well, it's threatening to leave Minnesota.
That's very odd.
What, again, Rob?
No.
What? Oh,
No,
yeah.
no. So, long story short, I guess the Congress in Minnesota,
Yeah.
they voted that rideshare drivers have to be paid minimum wage now. Like they wrote a bill that rideshare drivers in Minnesota have to be paid minimum wage, which is $15 an hour. Uber not trying to hear that.
On top of the tips.
On top of the tips, Uber's not trying to hear that, right? Because Uber has been historically able to get away with paying the drivers pennies upon what they earn.
But I mean, how does that work though? Because I mean,
It's
aren't they paid
commission-based.
commission based, right?
Yeah, it's commission based, yeah.
So how's that gonna work with the 15 per hour?
Like it works in any company.
Yeah, but they're not really like working hourly. I thought it was just on call. Like you pick up a ride if you want it.
It would have to change
They would have
the
to change
structure.
it, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So really, you're pretty much clocking in a shift.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how that's gonna work for something like Uber and Lyft.
Because it's more like an on-call thing. But
Yeah. It's more
even
like
with DoorDash, I believe like there's a section where you can work for a certain period of time, like 2 to 4 hours at a time. I guess it could be set up in that format as well if they really want to
Or,
like
like-
compromise on something like that.
Now I've worked on call jobs before. Like, if you work in any on call job for like $15 an hour,
Yeah.
however many hours you clock in, they pay you that rate per hour. However many hours you clocked in that day.
So if that's gonna happen in Minnesota, do you think it's gonna shift over to the other states?
That's what Uber is afraid of.
They're gonna go on strike.
Yeah, that's what Uber is afraid of. Like they're afraid of. Okay, well, if this passes in Minnesota,
Yeah.
it's gonna pass everywhere, and they're like, oh, well, we can't. It's gonna affect the company. We can't afford it. But bro, y'all are a multi-billion-dollar company. There's no reason y'all shouldn't be paying these rideshare drivers at least minimum wage.
What's gonna help out the cab drivers if it happens over this way?
What do you mean?
You know, the city cabs and all that. They're not making as much money after Uber and Lyft came about.
Oh yeah, no.
Didn't they try to do a strike a little while ago too?
I think
Cab
so.
drivers tried to strike.
Yeah, 'cause you had a lot of cab drivers that actually, once Uber started coming out, they actually started committing suicide.
Or they could have just become an Uber driver. Like,
Huh?
they could have just become Uber drivers.
Yeah, but I think like when they became a cab driver, I think
You invest a certain amount of money to purchase a cab.
yeah, that little thing that goes on top,
Yeah.
I think they had to pay for that. So it's like, I don't know how it works. I don't know if they hold it over their head, if they owe like any type of debt. I don't know. I know a lot of them were committing suicide over the fact that
Hey, you gotta.
Uber and Lyft started taking over.
You don't adapt. If you don't adapt, you die. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's true.
I mean, that's what happened to what? The market crash?
Yeah, and then look at what Hollywood Video, Blockbuster back in the day. They didn't want to go online, and that was it.
yeah, Toys R Us.
Yeah, that was it.
If you don't either adapt or die, you got to get with the times.
Yeah. So I got a question, right? Like, based on what we've been talking about and being able to afford different things and the way things are changing, like, what are some of the ways that you minimize expenses?
Not eating.
Minimize expenses. I rarely fill up my tank now. I rarely fill up my tank. I put about $20 a week in my tank.
Yeah, but you think that really minimizes anything? Or is that just like,
Yeah, because if it's 4 weeks in a month, right?
yeah.
And I only fill up my tank halfway.
If you filled it up all the way, would it last 2 weeks instead of one?
With this new car, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh,
This new car shit.
Yeah.
New cars, gas guzzling. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because for me, like, I haven't been to the barbershop in years, man.
Yeah.
learn how to cut your own hair?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cut my own hair.
I want to, but I was like, I don't trust myself.
No, it's just practice, man. It's practice. Like you might mess it up every once in a while when you first start. But now I can cut my hair. I can do a whole haircut on my head in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, like
Shape up and everything.
especially since the surgery. Like, I do my best not to order out.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. Like I might splurge a little bit on the weekends, but it's like especially since the surgery, I can't eat too much, so I eat chicken at home. Like I air fry my barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
I eat one piece of chicken in the morning, one piece of chicken for lunch. No, so I eat protein shakes in the morning.
Yeah.
One piece of chicken for lunch, one piece of chicken for dinner. Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends I might splurge a little bit,
Yeah.
but that saves a lot of money. Like,
Yeah, I can see that saving. What about for females? Like, would you
Oh,
do
I
your
can
own
tell
nails?
you what I stopped doing acrylics
Yeah.
like 6 to 9 months ago. I used to get my hair done at least every 2 weeks to every month, and now I scaled it back to every 3 to 4 months to strictly either getting a protective style or getting a touch up on like my roots, because I always color my hair every so often. I do my own makeup now. I do a lot of just like beautification of my own, because it's just expensive out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And these different like beauty shops, I think they overcharge, man.
Bro,
Barbershops, all that. Like they overcharge.
let me just say this.
Stories I be hearing,
Especially
from,
after
Bring
COVID.
back the old school stylists and barbers. Bring back
Yeah.
the $50 sew-in. I know you remember that. I know you remember that. Yes. In Bluefield, the $50 sew-in. Yes.
How much is it now?
Shit. A quick weave, $200,
Oh.
and that's glue.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. God forbid you want some boho knowledge, you easily spending like a half a stack. God forbid. Unless you go into the Africans. Even then, unless you go to like one of those 24-hour spots.
Yeah.
I discovered those. That would be like maybe $300 with human hair. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. And then you got the rules. Don't be, if you're 5 to 15 minutes late, it's an added charge. You gotta come wash and blow dry.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's a part of the service.
That's a hustle.
You don't have your license. It's bad enough I gotta get my hair washed in your mama kitchen. And you gotta let me know I gotta pay another $30 so you can scrub my scalp. Police.
It's still crazy to me how they charge y'all hundreds of dollars, and y'all still got to buy your own hair.
Still.
Oh, that's crazy.
crazy.
Yo.
Y'all
That's
still
crazy,
gotta-
yo.
And if you wanted to last, you still gotta drop some money on some bottles. God forbid it's raw hair. God forbid.
Raw hair,
That's
getting it done in
always
the
been
kitchen
crazy
next
to
to the raw chicken. Got the chicken thawing out on the counter.
And you gotta make sure that shit blend. If you gotta leave out, it's a lot.
I mean, that might help females start rocking their more natural hair.
I mean, I'm doing this not by choice. But
No. I'm not trying to throw like shade or nothing. You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying maybe that would be like an incentive. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just start going more natural.
My good sis said, "Hell the fuck no." But I do agree to a
Yeah.
certain extent because we are getting older.
Yeah.
The new generation is coming up, and they're looking onto us as an example. One of the reasons why I started wearing my hair more natural is because I know, like in the future, I might miraculously have a daughter, and I know she gonna be black. I don't know how she gonna look, but she gonna be black.
Yeah.
But if she sees mommy wearing her hair straight all the time, looking not so Afrocentric, looking very much, how would I say?
Something you're not.
Something that I'm not.
Yeah.
And it creates a complex towards like your child.
Yeah.
Of what beauty really is. So
These chicks in high school now with the bundles and the wigs.
oh yeah, we put
That's
a
crazy.
age cap on that. I didn't even get acrylics till I graduated high school because I was a student athlete.
But look, speaking of
why you
age
need
cap, though,
acrylics at 14?
but speaking of age cap, right? No.
I know what you're about to get into.
What I'm about to get into, yo.
What are you doing now? We
Nah,
was having a good time.
nah. I'm not even saying that, man. Like I know, old girl that was on Black Ink. What was her name? Sky, right? Her mom
Yeah,
is 65, and I think she just got her ass done.
Wait, Sky's mom?
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah,
That happened?
yeah,
Pull that thing up.
65.
yeah. So like, what is the age
me
cap
stop.
for getting your body done?
I mean,
So I mean, rest in peace.
We
Donda
don't-
West. Donda West died
Yeah,
from getting her body done.
yeah. And DC Young Fly,
Oh yeah, his baby mom,
his
Yeah,
wife.
his wife. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, you do what is best for you in your journey towards self-love and self-esteem, but make sure everything else within you is healthy first before you make that decision. And going through a psychological evaluation, like, are you doing this for you?
Yeah.
Are you doing this for other motives? Are you doing this to appease somebody else? These are the things that people need to ask themselves before, changing their body without doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all seen Chris Brown's mom, but I don't know what she did, but she's aged backwards. Like, have you guys seen?
I feel
Chris
like she
Brown's
got
mom?
her skin pulled, but don't quote
no,
me.
I haven't
on
seen
that.
it.
Don't
Yo.
quote me. Don't quote me.
I remember seeing her.
But she looking real refreshed.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember seeing her
She's
at the
looked real
beginning of
good.
his career.
Yeah.
And now, bro, there's no way. Ain't no way, fam.
I'm just saying, if I make it, I'm making sure my mom got a nice wig too. Like what?
I mean, maybe
That
she
should
just
be
eating
good.
better.
Nah, ain't that much eating better.
Yo,
than-
Mark, shut that down real quick.
Ain't that much eating.
Ain't that much eating better. Ain't that much veganism. Ain't that much. Nah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I'm not saying no to light work. Like some people do it, and it's surface level and it dissolves. You know, do what makes you happy, but in a safe way. Don't go in the alleyway. Don't go in nobody hotel room to inject yourself with some silicone or cement. Don't be doing none of that stuff that they did in the early 2000s. Don't be
Yeah.
going to Colombia, Mexico.
The DR.
Shoot, I barely.
Yo.
At least go to Dr. Miami if you're doing all that. At least nobody died on this table. As far as I know. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Knock on wood.
So I wanted to ask a question, right?
yeah.
Do good guys finish last?
Do good guys finish last?
Yeah. Do nice guys finish last?
Nah, I don't think so.
Not really.
Nah, I think it's just something that
Now
People from like 1982 was saying,
I'm-
like the
Now-
Breakfast Club.
I'm not saying that. I'm not questioning whether or not they finish, because they finish, but do they finish last? Right.
yeah.
So not even just in like the relationship aspect, right? I was watching the TikTok and dude said that the richest men in the world, they cheated their way. Like
Yeah.
they didn't build their businesses from the ground up. Right?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, he was pretty much already rich before he created Apple. Like his parents were well off, right? A lot of the venture capitalists that we know, like they cheated their way to the top. So now it's creating a dynamic of can you get somewhere? Can you get to the top honestly these days? Like if you look at even look at Jay-Z, like Jay-Z,
Yeah.
billionaire, right? He started in the drug game. Then
Yeah.
he went to music. Then he became the entrepreneur that he is today.
I think it's hard to say, man. I think it's hard to say.
Is that a way to say that people can't reform and use their pivot to someplace else?
No, yeah, you can definitely pivot to someplace else. You can definitely start off bad and then end up good.
Yeah.
But you start off bad.
I mean,
Especially for like black and brown communities, because it's like, yo, we start off at the lower end of the checkerboard. We don't even start off on the board, period. Right? So can we get to the top? Can we get to the top without cheating our way there? Cheating our way through the system?
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no, but it might take longer to get there because at the end of the day, it's kind of like saying that as soon as we start something, we are going to just have overnight success just because we have financial backing. We can have financial backing and still fail.
True.
Prime example, a lot of these musical artists that are children of these great hip-hop legends, not a lot of these children are popping off like that, but they got that financial backing.
Yeah.
Just because you have the money doesn't mean you got the passion, the drive to do what you need to do.
Very true.
And just because somebody else is doing well off than you at a certain point in time doesn't mean that you're not gonna get there ever. You might get there, but you might get there a little later than the other people that skipped 5-10 steps to get to where they're at.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, oh man, I don't know, man, because like you could get to the top honestly, but I feel like you do need a little help. Because even back in the day, the pay for play with the stations and everything, a lot of people wouldn't be out if
they
didn't
didn't
pay
have
under
that,
the table, if you didn't pass an envelope. You know what I mean?
I get that too, but also take away a great quote. You should never want the great value version of somebody else's blessing. You want your own genuine blessing. Just because somebody did it within 6 months doesn't mean you can't do it within 3 years. You're going to get there.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be when you want it. That's what happens to people's blessings. That's why people's businesses fail. That's why all this shit be going on the West Side.
Yeah.
Because they're not willing to put in the work and the longevity to do in the work. A lot of our generation is like the popcorn generation. Everything got to be fast. Everything got to be quick and instantaneous. And that's not like that. That's not an overnight success. Not everybody is an overnight success.
Yeah.
It might take a week, a month, a decade, but it's going to be successful, not when you want it, but it's going to get there.
And it's gonna mean more to you.
Yeah, because it's your blessing. It's not a great value version of somebody else's.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, no diss for Walmart, but like, just saying.
That's a good take on it.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good take on it. Oh, don't think I forgot about the
Wood.
Nah, yo, Mars, bring your ass back, man, because we talked about bringing food in here.
Oh, that
yeah, that's
potluck
right.
thing.
Yeah, that potluck
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't forget.
Of course, your hungry ass ain't
I'm
forget.
greedy. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm trying to.
What y'all bringing then? What y'all cooking? And is it somebody else cooking?
Nah, I'll cook.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
cook.
I'm
I'll cook.
decent.
Your
I'm
kids
decent.
be surviving and thriving, okay? Because
Y'all
not
cook.
a lot of dads be cooking. Listen, pats on the back for Solo. You're great. Claps.
Yeah.
But how's everybody's week been? Though?
Nah, the week was good.
It's okay.
It was good.
Productive. Work is cool.
My week was all right until last night.
Oh, Lord. Somebody broke into your car again?
No. It was so somebody booked my property last night, right? It's crazy, right? Somebody booked my property. Now, mind you, I clean my property myself, so I know I leave it in pristine condition, right? So they book my property, they check in, and they go, "Oh, I just want to let you know it's filthy in here. There's dirt all over the floors, and there's spills in the fridge, and the TV's dirty, and yada yada yada." Right? So I'm just like, "Oh, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Can you provide pictures of proof of the condition of the unit?" She's like, "Oh no, I just got in here and I just started cleaning everything. Like I used all your cleaning products. I just started cleaning everything. I was just so grossed out. I just started cleaning everything." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Well, do you need any assistance or anything?" She's like, "No, but I wanted to see if I could stay an extra day."
And that's
Yeah.
the kicker. Yeah. I was waiting for the wind up.
I'm just like, so wait a minute, how is my place? This place so filthy? You were so grossed out,
Yeah.
but you want to stay an extra day? Like,
Did she ask for a discount?
no. I feel like, and this is just my assumption. I feel like she's homeless, and she knows she can't stay here, so she used up all my cleaning products, which is crazy because I have a studio apartment. And I had a lot of cleaning products, so there's no way you used up all my cleaning products on this one studio apartment. It's basically a room.
Yeah.
So she took the product?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, hey, get in how you fit in.
Yeah.
I'm
was
sorry
like,
that
but
happened. My bad.
That I'm not really tripping off of because I could buy more cleaning products. It's not
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And as long as she's giving me the money for the day she stayed, I'm not really tripping. But if she tried to give me a bad review, I'm going to light her ass up in it.
Funny as hell.
Hey, at least you don't have nobody else breaking into your car or trying to.
Yeah, no.
I thought that was gonna be the setup. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
you get a nice car and then some bullshit happens. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, so I do want to get dash cams though because the other day I came in my car and I saw the back seat, like little drink holders in the back seat, that the things that like flip down.
Yeah.
I saw that down like when I got in the car, right?
You normally don't have it down.
No, because I'm never in the back seat,
So somebody went through it.
But that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody was in it, or I don't know if the day before I broke too hard because somebody almost hit me, and that was the thing that caused it to like come ajar.
to flip down. Okay.
Yeah,
it's a
caused it to flip
possibility.
down.
50-50.
It's a
Yeah,
possibility.
so like either way, I'm getting dash cams for the front and back this week.
Now, how do you feel like living in a society nowadays where everything is recorded? Like everything. There's a camera everywhere. There's dash cams everywhere. Like, if you're just chilling, minding your business, somebody got their phone out, and you probably in the video. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's recorded.
It's a double-edged sword.
I mean,
it's safer, I guess.
it can be a
Not
little bit
really.
annoying because even today I was doing my usual grocery shopping and I decided to take my black ass to freaking self-checkout with umpteen items. And I swear the machine was really thinking I was stealing. And I'm like, dude, I'm buying over $100 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Very hard to steal. And it's like there are cameras underneath all of like the self-checkout line. So every time it was like a scan, they would show me a video of me scanning it. And I'm like, God
Yeah,
damn,
everything's
like
recorded.
y'all really just like, hold on, I see you, B. I see you.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Have y'all ever stolen anything?
Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean in college, but not from people, but from establishments.
Yeah.
Sorry, CVS. I really needed them pads and I was 19 years old. Okay?
Hey.
I'm sorry.
I've
I
technically
feel like that's needed though. Like I feel like menstrual products should be free. They hand out condoms for free. Why can't you give me a free fucking tampon? Like
You got
come
a
on.
point. You got a point. You definitely got a point.
I've stolen a charger from Walmart
Yeah.
because at the time, like, I was doing security at this like warehouse. It was only me. There was no cameras in the warehouse, so I got to like watch TV. I mean, watch shit on my phone. But I'm just like, I can't get through this whole overnight shift with no phone. My phone,
Yeah.
my battery was dying, so and I didn't have enough money at the time
Yeah.
to buy a charger. So I just swiped a little charger in Walmart. Swiped a little charger from Walmart.
You went through the package and took that shit.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Nah, like actually, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
Yeah, I know you did. That barcode is right behind that shit.
Yeah, yeah, I did this. And I technically ran off on the plug on my computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I technically speaking of QVC, so
Ooh.
I got like a QVC line of credit or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. The computer was like $1,300. Put down the first $300, cancel my card, goes to the payments.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mark ain't shit.
Credit dodger.
No, I mean, I stole stuff, growing up. And I think from Walmart, probably took like a backpack or something like that. It's only because it didn't scan. So I was like, well, that just means it's free. You know what I mean?
This is why checkout culture is fucked up right now.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
apparently,
you know why they got those cameras now. You know that.
because in Target they're shutting down a lot of stores because of theft. Now I'm seeing on TikTok, and why y'all gotta ban TikTok? I learned too much shit. I learned more shit on TikTok than I did in high school. But I'm just saying. But they are shutting down more checkout, but not adding any more cashiers for the checkout line. So, and then apparently, Walmart is adding a membership fee for checkout. So
Membership fee.
yeah, so apparently you got to pay $100 a year.
What?
To go through checkout?
That's wild.
Wait, with a human?
Yeah, with like
Or the self-checkout?
self-checkout
You got to pay a membership fee to go through self-checkout.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
to prevent theft.
They steal. They gotta get their money.
I'm just
on the back
saying.
end.
I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
well, let me throw that in there since we're talking about stealing.
Yeah, I mean, now it's like it doesn't even pay to steal anything. There's way too many cameras. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They come knocking at your door because you stole a tampon. You know what I'm saying? Or
Imagine.
Or like whatever little small charger. Or,
paper.
Toilet paper. Like
Things that are like.
yeah.
This is why Orlando Brown was going off. Grapes. Things that are grown out of the earth for free.
Making us pay for grapes.
I mean, that just proves that you got to start growing your own shit.
Yeah,
Fruits. Yes.
You got to start growing your own food.
got to.
Yeah. Which you probably want to do nowadays anyway.
Now, did you guys hear about them New York City placing military officers in New York City subways?
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
Oh, that's kind of been around for a while. Like they might be in spurts though.
Honestly, I lived in New York for a couple of years, and I definitely seen like
Yeah, they've always been around.
military on the trains. It's nothing new. I seen military in World Trade Center.
Yeah.
On a random ass Tuesday going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
work.
well,
like,
yeah. It's definitely.
It's
It's
not an
always
everyday
like-
thing. Yeah, it's not an everyday thing.
I think
but
they're gonna try to like start to make it an everyday thing.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, yeah. When you think about it, like
added protection.
yeah, when you think about it, like they made this point in the Breakfast Club. They were just like, yo, the airport has crazy security. They got TSA, they got, air marshals, they got plainclothes officers, they got whatever, especially at Newark, they got Port Authority.
Yeah.
They got officers you don't even see. They got millions of cameras. But in New York City trains, roughly the same amount of people travel like they do in airports, but
Yeah.
there's nobody checking anything.
Nah, because you seen what happened the other day on A train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're talking about somebody having a gun and
Yeah.
one dude got stabbed and all this other stuff. But I mean,
Yeah, it was a scuffle between like 3 people.
yeah. But I mean, anybody that's rode the train, they're a lot better than they used to be. If you grew up riding any subway train like back in the day, yo, that is way better now than what it ever used to be.
Yeah.
Even Jersey Transit is way better now than what it used to be.
As soon as I got a car, I never looked back.
Yeah,
So,
but sometimes it's convenience though, because sometimes like I don't feel like driving, I don't feel like sitting in traffic, so I'll just
I don't feel like finding a parking spot when I get there.
yeah, so I'll just hop on the train. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm in the city or whatever. Even around here, like if I gotta go to Trenton or something like that, I might just hop on a train and slide off to Trenton or something like that, or to Philly. But yeah, New York, nah,
yeah.
because to drive like 20 minutes, it'll take me 20 minutes to get to Brooklyn, but. Damn,
It take an
traffic?
hour. It's an hour. It's an hour.
Forget about it, yo. With the traffic, that should be crazy. Yeah, because I live like 2 minutes from Staten Island. So to get to like Bay Ridge, no traffic. I could, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, good to going out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with the traffic though, construction
Forget about it.
ain't happening. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the military being there. Most of them are like National Guard. And their job is to protect and serve not only the government, but the state anyway. So do what you get paid for.
Facts.
Part of the duty.
Yeah.
I even think they should go TSA level on New York City subways. Like,
What?
Yeah.
Checking bags?
checking
Oh,
bags. yeah.
that's not gonna
Yeah.
fly. I'm letting you know right the
Checking
fuck
back-
That ain't
now.
gonna work, man. That ain't gonna work.
These niggas will knock over the checkpoint to
Checking
get the fuck to where they
bags.
need to go.
They need to
not
hire
going tourists.
TSA for NYC.
Nah, you
And
can't.
TSA will get kicked out
It won't
within
work.
that year. I'm so sorry. I'm
Nah, it
letting
won't
you
work.
know.
Because the trains.
Metal detectors.
Nah, hell nah.
I want all that shit.
No,
Nah.
that's gonna slow down traffic even
Because
more.
New York City is ridiculous.
But it has its own subculture. It has its own ecosystem.
all that.
And
I
you're
don't
really
give a- none of
like
that.
disturbing the ecosystem, bro.
That's-
Like,
Disturb that shit. You disturb all that.
see, you haven't see. Have you worked in New York and took the train to New York and actually like in the subway going
I've-
to
I've
work and
taken-
then coming back?
I've never worked in the subway, but I've definitely taken the subways in New York.
That's not like on an everyday basis.
No, not on an everyday basis.
Then you
no.
will never
I
understand.
guess not. I
You
guess
will never
not.
Nah,
understand.
man. It ain't gonna work, yo.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
You missed that train
If
'cause
you
they
go
checked me-
Monday through Friday, you missed that train, and now your boss is yelling at you because you had to go through a checkpoint. Fuck out of here.
Same
man.
thing.
I'm so
Same thing
sorry.
they tell you
Yeah.
at the airport.
Nah.
Get here earlier.
Nah.
Nah.
Nah, that shit ain't gonna work.
Get
I'm
here
so
earlier.
sorry.
It ain't gonna work.
I know you want to live in this nice little utopia, but
Get here.
niggas
It ain't
said
gonna
they
work,
ain't
man.
about nah.
Not even Jersey, that shit'll work.
Hell no.
Ain't nobody hearing that
Jersey-
shit.
Jersey ain't as wild as New York.
Newark,
That's Newark. That's Newark.
Trenton,
Nah.
Camden.
Nah. Okay, Camden.
Come on, yo.
God,
You telling me Trenton ain't wild? Trenton ain't wild.
Trenton not as New York
Camden
City.
not
You
wild.
wildin',
Not
yo.
as
You gotta
subways
think.
on New
No,
York.
no. You gotta think like this.
You wildin'.
It's just like New York, right? Not every part of New York is wild.
But when,
Not every part.
but when it comes to them subways, when anything can happen.
I mean, anything can happen.
I've watched videos.
It
of
depends
people,
on the line,
I've
though.
watched videos of people just randomly pushing people on the tracks.
Yeah.
Just like, oh,
But you
Yeah,
think
it happens.
you
I'm
think
just
a
gonna push them on
checkpoint
the
is
track.
gonna like help with that?
Now you know what I think will help with that though.
These hands are for free.
Not the checkpoint, but I think we should do. I think what China does is they got like a little fence for the train. You know what I mean? It opens up when the train's coming.
That's their version of a turnstile, though.
Huh?
That's like their
On the platform?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, we need that. I think we need like a turnstile or whatever that little thing
So
is.
that
they got.
people can line up accordingly, but you know they ain't about to do that.
Well, you know, because it says
I was
like, do not pass the yellow line. We passed that shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But also like it'll prevent somebody getting pushed. It'll prevent like every time I see a kid running on the platform, I'll be like, yo. Because they be
seen
right
people
there.
like-
Like your little jacket, your little hoodie gets snagged by the train when it's passing, that's it. Say goodbye to your little kid.
I've just seen random videos of like somebody just walking past somebody just stabbing them, and like.
Yeah, but that's random, yo. That's random. That could happen
That's
on
an
the street.
anomaly.
That can happen on the
Like,
street, man.
It's not people
I
that
mean,
are just
but-
randomly stabbing people in the subway like that. Like
know what
on
it
an
is?
everyday basis.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Nah, some
Yo,
people,
that's mental health,
Some
man.
people are just horrible people.
No, it's mental health.
Nah, bro.
I mean, there's horrible people, but a lot of it
Really
is like
horrible
mental
people.
health. A lot of the facilities that had like mental health patients and everything, they got shut down. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of people from Rikers in the city, they on the street.
And crime is going up.
You know what I'm saying? And then now you got the migrants that added to
Yeah,
that
you
shit.
got the migrants adding to it. The migrant crisis, just random migrants beating up police officers. It's like, yo.
Which is crazy. Which I think is how that whole incident started on the train. Because dude was like, "Oh, you a migrant?" You know what I mean? Like you think you just beat up a cop and shit? Fight me.
But I
the
think
whole thing's
I think
escalated.
he instigated.
Yeah,
that.
he instigated it.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, I think they were just regular Spanish people. But
So I think the
we don't
dude
know.
that shot him, he got off. They're not gonna charge him. It's self-defense, as it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yo.
That shit ain't gonna fly,
I'm saying, we
man.
gotta
I'm
do
so
something,
sad.
man.
It ain't gonna
'cause
fly,
That's
man.
great wishful thinking, though.
Nah, it ain't
nice.
gonna fly. I think it's just like I really don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do.
I
Just more police presence, I think. will help.
New York City is the wild, wild west to me. Like it's
Yeah,
the wild,
yeah.
wild west.
You gotta be built for tough, but like, I mean,
No, you don't. You shouldn't have to be built for it.
I mean, you got to think though. How many people in the city?
it shapes you though. Like it does.
How many people
Especially
are
transplants,
from New York?
they are not the same as when they moved in there. Like you got to change your whole, like almost your whole persona to survive in the
I would
motherfucker.
rather ride the PATH train than any train in New York City.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, the path
Then
is
that's
different.
not the train.
Yeah, the path is
It's
different.
different. Hey,
Yeah, the path is different.
It
but
is
nah,
a connection flight, basically.
Yeah,
Like that's not.
nah, man. I mean, what you got? Like 8 million people in New York, right?
yeah.
That live there. That's not counting the people visiting, tourists, migrants that added a whole nother like whatever the hell
that's
number
crazy.
that is. Just on the damn street. So yeah, you kind of got to be like have your guard up. Kind of have to. Just going to North Penn Station, you gotta have your guard up.
I'm gonna ask the studio audience real quick. What is the most dangerous line in New York City? Is it the green line, the red line, LQ, NHUR, yeah, NMLP?
It depends on what part of New York you're going to.
Yeah.
So if you're going anywhere towards the Bronx, make sure your guard is all linked up.
Yeah, because that's the green line going up. Yeah.
So I would, for me, I could say it's the green line.
For real? Because I used to live on the 6th.
I would say it's the green line.
Okay.
Yeah,
understandably. Because
she
I
said it
took
depends.
the red line. It wasn't that bad. And I took that shit at 3 a.m. It wasn't that
I took
bad.
the train at like all hours of the night.
The
Never had a
fact
problem.
that y'all got to sit here and justify and think about, if you
Sir,
over here
if you got
at
your
7
gun,
o'clock,
you lied.
on
I don't know
L
what you
train,
complaining for. You got your Second Amendment right with you. Like I don't know what you complaining about.
If it's 7:35 on a Tuesday at
You're telling me you drive through like a dangerous part of Jersey. You don't lock your doors?
that's not the same thing.
It's the
Not the
same
same thing.
exact
Not the same thing.
She do got a point. I'm so sorry.
Same thing.
That's why we got to ask people that are from
that's
from
the-
there.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one part of Jersey.
Okay,
That's
it's one. Okay,
that's
I drove to
majority of New York City.
Staten Island. You was just in Staten Island today. Did you feel?
I mean,
at
let's be
all?
real.
Let's be real. What?
Let's be
For
real.
what?
Let's be real.
I didn't mean to start a debate, you guys. I just want clarification from a native New Yorker. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I was about to say, give her a mic, and now y'all started fighting.
Look what you just started. Yo, look what you just started.
Look what you just started. All she wanted to do was express her opinion as a New Yorker. You couldn't even give her that. Dang.
Yo, we know Mark ain't riding no subway anytime soon.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Hell nah.
I'll take
You barely got him on the path.
Yeah,
I'll take the PATH train. I'll take the ferry, and I'm Ubering
But
anywhere else.
here's the thing. Where are you taking the path to? Where you go? Because the way you talking, you barely want to go to World Trade. What's happening there?
I'll take it. I'll take it to World Trade, and then Ubering wherever else.
Oh my gosh, we can't be going on
Yeah, I'll meet
adventures
you.
with him.
I'll meet you 2 hours later in the summer. I'll meet you 2 hours later.
Pretty much, because
You ever go to a Yankee game?
Nope.
I'm sorry,
Try to get across that bridge right after the game.
I'm not.
2 hours.
I'm not driving in that. I rather
2
take. That's
hours,
the one
yo.
That's
time
fine.
I'll take the subway.
I'll leave early.
What?
I'll leave early.
Yo, man.
Then there's no point of going to the game because you got to leave 2 hours early, bro.
Yo, like I remember when it's baseball season, and my family like in the Bronx, right? They'll be like, "Oh yeah, come through."
I, mean,
I
you
look
can-
at my phone like, "The Yankees playing?" Nah, I'm not fucking with it.
I
They
was
live
about
right
to
in
say,
High
if you're
Bridge.
about to go to a game, you could just park up at their house and then take the train. That's understandable. But not during the game.
No, they live in the Bronx, so you got to go through all the bullshit. And it's right around the corner from Yankee Stadium, so like you got to pass. Yo, the traffic is crazy, man.
I feel like it depends on the borough because I drive in to go into concerts for Barclays.
Yeah,
I park up and walk over there before I take the train down to Barclays. I'm so sorry, but I'll
yeah.
take the train
Barclays is
to
a little bit different. I think downtown
Madison
Brooklyn's a
Square.
little bit different.
Yeah, because I feel like they might have more parking spots, but I could be wrong.
It's a little different.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot different. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, going to the basketball game in Brooklyn way different than a Yankee game.
Yeah,
Way different.
because it's just so many people.
And you probably dip through Staten Island, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, way different drive than crossing like the GW.
but I go across the G-Dub and go across the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's not even that bad.
yeah, it
Well, at least
depends.
to me,
It depends on the time of the
I be
day.
weaving, so
Yeah, the time of the day, or if there's a game. It's like going through the Lincoln Tunnel and there's a Rangers game
oh Jesus,
or the Knicks. It depends. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
time.
the Knicks. Mhm.
Yeah, and you add construction to it, forget about it. Like you might as well just hop that train. But
I know we got the New Yorkers raging right now with this convo.
yeah, man, you
Love
know,
y'all though.
cool.
We love y'all from across
all good, man.
the
We-
river.
Take all the hate. I'll take all
don't worry, man. It's always a back and forth. It's always a back and forth, man. New York hate on Jersey, Jersey hate on New York, but it's all love at the end
It's
of the
all
day,
love.
man. It's all love. Yo, we family. Now, somebody else jump into the conversation.
Oh,
Nigga, you from damn Kentucky. What the fuck you talking about?
like, this is a tri-state area conversation,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
Connecticut
it.
is barely even a part of that. So please,
Yeah, Connecticut, you gotta sit this out. I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna say all
Nah,
that.
I'm
But
saying it. You gotta sit this shit out.
wait, so tri-state area, what would you consider that?
For
Philly?
me, tri-state, I know we up north. Tri-state for me is Philly, Jersey, New York. I'm not even counting the rest of Pennsylvania.
That's one
That's
city.
wild.
What?
That's one city.
I'm not. I don't
One
count. I don't
city.
count the rest of PA. That shit is country. Like I'm
It's
talking
like
about.
you not even including half of Jersey because it's country as hell.
Don't count Lincoln.
No. Jersey, from Camden up.
That's all of Jersey, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm not even gonna say that, yo, because I rock with AC and Violin and everybody else, yo. I ain't even gonna say that. But realistically, y'all only count Philly, man, for PA. But tri-state, yeah, Philly,
Been to
Jersey.
Allentown?
No, I don't do all that.
That's the suburb ghetto over there.
Yeah, I
That's
never been
like,
there. I never been there. A
If
lot
you
of
ever
people.
had saw like a conjunction of suburbs and traditional hood, that's kind of what it
definitely
is. It's hard to describe it. That's why I was just like, you got to at least include Allentown if you're gonna do all that. Like
I mean, I guess you can include it.
you don't want to. You're like, no, I'm good.
Nah, like for me, like realistically, like I just include yeah, it'll have to be like PA, Jersey, and New York, like on some real shit. Cause Connecticut, just out the way. Nobody really goes to Connecticut. It's either PA, surrounding like Jersey. It's either PA, all of Jersey, or NYC.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't even go to Yonkers. We don't go upstate. We don't. You get what I'm saying? Past the Bronx, we don't go.
Y'all don't count Yonkers?
I mean, it's part of it, but I'm just saying like the immediate like 5 boroughs. Like I don't really go past it much. Every once in a while, you might venture out to like New Rochelle. They got some dope spots. But really,
Dang, New Rochelle. That's a who. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that in a minute.
yeah, I mean that's right outside the Bronx. But you know, why go there?
You like the neighborhood? I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, everything we
The
need is
strip
right
club
here.
over there? I don't know. No, that's Mount Vernon.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mount Vernon. But on that note, looking like y'all ready to go.
It's about that time.
It's about that
about that
time, man. We
time.
did it. So next week, same time, same place.
Same time, same place. Bye.